Hello. So in this video we're going to write a method which will return true if its first argument is divisible by its second argument. In our default package here, I'm going to right click on that, do new class as usual. The name I'm going to give it is just Boolean test app, since our method will be a Boolean method. So here we've got our skeleton. The first thing I'll do is actually write our little public static void main method, which is what we'll use to test the new method that we're going to write. Since our method's going to return Boolean, our test main here will call it in the clause of an if statement. We'll be calling our method is divisible. So let's put that there. And then we'll print out if it is or if it isn't divisible. And we'll just copy and paste this and edit the string that we're passing to it. We're getting this little error here because we're not passing any arguments yet, and it doesn't know that it exists. Now, since we're returning true or false, what we want here as our return value of our method is a Boolean value. And we'll just use integers since we're doing a remainder. Let's give it some xy's up here so we can get rid of at least one of these error messages. We'll give x the value of 16, y the value of, let's start out with 4, and we can pass those x and y as our arguments here. Now we'll have two cases here. We're either going to return true or false, so a good way to do that is just with an if and an else here. And our condition is going to be where we'll check to see if one is divisible by the other. Now the simplest way to do that is with the modulo operator. So we'll have x modulo y, and if that equals 0, we will return true. And if it doesn't return 0, then we'll return false, meaning that it isn't divisible. Now this works because with a remainder, if y evenly divides x, that is, if x is divisible by y, we will have no remainder. It will go in an even number of times. So when we get 0 out of our modulo operation here, it's the only time when x is divisible by y. And since we're using an else here, we are fulfilling the two conditions. An else will run automatically if the if is not true. So this satisfies the requirement that we have to return a value from a method. We will only get two things: either it'll be divisible or it won't be divisible. So true or false. Now that we've got everything set up, if we just run it, we will see in our console down here, x is divisible by y, because in this case we have 16 and 4. If we change this to, say, 18, save and run it again, we'll get x is not divisible by y, because now we will have a remainder of 2. One little edit we can do here, kind of an extra point to the lesson here, is that we can use the printf, which I'll describe later in a different video probably. This allows us to actually tailor our message a little bit more. So, as we'll see when we run it now, we get the actual numbers we're passing, 18 and 4. Change this back to 16. We'll see 16 is divisible by 4. I'll post another video describing what this printf function does for those who are interested. Alright, thanks for watching.